one of the most attractive fixtures in the English League First Division in any season. The meeting of Arsenal against Liverpool. The Arsenal team with all manner of changes, and the most significant as far as Ireland is concerned, the presence in that side at number 10 of Niall Quinn, the 19-year-old former hurler and Gaelic footballer, making his debut in the Arsenal side because Tony Woodcock is injured. Steve Williams is suspended, Ian Allinson comes in at 7, and Martin Keown at number 6, an England Youth International, replaces Tommy Caton, who's been dropped. Graham Ricks, the captain, is recalled after missing 6 games. Liverpool's strongest side available, and that is the Liverpool lineup. They will be playing right to left as we look in the first half, and Liverpool are in their change strip of all yellow. Referee Dennis Hedges from Oxfordshire, and Arsenal in familiar Arsenal shirts, red with white sleeves. And Charlie Nicholas gives Niall Quinn his first touch of the ball. North London, the venue for one of the most attractive fixtures in the English League First Division in any season. The meeting of Arsenal against Liverpool. The Arsenal team with all manner of changes, and the most significant as far as Ireland is concerned, the presence in that side at number 10 of Niall Quinn, the 19-year-old former hurler and Gaelic footballer, making his debut in the Arsenal side because Tony Woodcock is injured. Steve Williams is suspended, Ian Allinson comes in at 7, and Martin Keown at number 6, an England Youth International, replaces Tommy Caton, who's been dropped. Graham Ricks, the captain, is recalled after missing 6 games. Liverpool's strongest side available, and that is the Liverpool lineup. They will be playing right to left as we look in the first half, and Liverpool are in their change strip of all yellow. Referee Dennis Hedges from Oxfordshire, and Arsenal in familiar Arsenal shirts, red with white sleeves. And Charlie Nicholas gives Niall Quinn his first touch of the ball. Paul Davis seeking out someone up front, Alan Hansen doing the clearing. Viv Anderson, David O'Leary. Hansen the winner there. Alan Hansen, the Liverpool skipper. And Stuart Robson with the throw. Charlie Nicholas trying something rather more deft than that. O'Leary beating Rush. Liverpool have won 2 of their last visits to Highbury in the league. And on the opening day of this season, they beat Arsenal by 2-0 at Anfield. Ronnie Whelan got a goal that day, but he's no longer favoured in the side. His place in the midfield going to Sammy Lee. Quinn wanted it to come to him. Lawrenson wasn't going to allow it. Here's Lee. And now Ricks. And Hansen. And the current form check on the sides. Liverpool unbeaten in their last 14 matches. They've won 9 of the last 10. The only occasion in which they dropped points was in the 1-1 home draw to Chelsea a fortnight ago. They haven't conceded a goal in their last 2 games. Here's Quinn, unable to keep it in. Liverpool haven't conceded a goal in their last 2 games, while Arsenal haven't scored 1 in their last 2. So the form team, Liverpool pressing hard to depose Manchester United at the top of the English League Division 1. Just the kind of run of form that might encourage the belief that they might achieve that. David O'Leary. Wanted too long to clear that, but it's a free kick for offside to Arsenal. The first touch for their giant goalkeeper, John Lukic. Paul Walsh, who was caught offside. Walsh along with Rush, Liverpool's top scorer with 12. Lukic here, 6'4", the man who replaced Pat Jennings. And that, the unmistakable figure of Bruce Grobbelaar. Rush to touch on to Walsh, and lay it back to Rush. Arsenal well enough organised. Quinn here, trying to find Allenson. It's Craig Johnston. Man of many countries, it would appear, and might yet end up in Mexico with Scotland and even Northern Ireland or England. Rush the touch. Walsh the chase, and Lukic the safe pair of hands. Former Leeds United keeper, and former Luton Town striker. 11 is McMahon for Liverpool, and here's Sammy Lee. Walsh, good ball, spotted McMahon, and support from Nicol. Ball's out. And Beglin. Another of the sizable Irish contingent on the pitch. Lawrence into rush. Not a good ball. Sansom. And Quinn had found a good position. Lawrence in with him. Lawrence alive to the danger, but that was a poor piece of defence by Liverpool, and Nicholas is onside. Yes! First goal in 3 games for Arsenal in the 5th minute of this one. And all of that began when Niall Quinn unsettled the Liverpool defence. Grobbelaar was furious. Nicholas grateful for that. Quinn had caused the pressure here. A bad pass from Hansen. Rick saw the danger. It broke to Nicholas, who was onside, and watch him bury this. Going for the difficult option, the long angle, but he got there. And Charlie Nicholas's 7th goal of the season, making him Arsenal's top scorer. And what a great start to this game. And here's Quinn. Nicholas again. Cut out by Hansen. Nicholas once more. What a lovely teasing cross. How he dug that one out from behind the defender. He's going to enjoy this afternoon, Charlie Nicholas. Liverpool on the burst. Keown there, the England youth defender. The linesman's given the throw to Liverpool, but the referee quite wisely overruling him. The ball was played off Paul Walsh. And a free kick given against Keown. Oxford-born defender. Liverpool trying to get going quickly. Viv Anderson in hard. And that was a fearsome challenge by Steve McMahon, who arrived far too late as Anderson tried to get that ball away. And quite rightly being spoken to by the referee. Anderson going in bravely, as it was a 50-50 ball, but McMahon arrived very, very late and caught him a fearsome rap on the leg. Here it is again. Anderson getting those long legs out. Watch from coming from the left. And in, through and up and over went McMahon. Now that was a nasty challenge. Steve McMahon having laid the big Arsenal and England fullback low. Some magic from Roy Johnson's box of tricks. And Big Viv is at least able to stand on his feet. You can almost feel that up here. Dreadful tackle by Steve McMahon. Arsenal resuming with a free kick. Sansom in first. Quinn just mistimed his jump there. And now Davis and Allenson. Nicholas wanted a little flick on there. Paul Davis once more. Craig Johnston with the header away. Famous Highbury clock there showing we've gone almost 8 minutes into the game. Grey afternoon, relatively mild. A little bit of breeze, but not enough to trouble the players. Mulby. Nicol in trouble. Lee solving the problem. Nicol again. Walsh. McMahon. And Robson beaten there. And then Keown came in. And Keown adjudged to have fouled Steve McMahon. That's the guy chosen by Don Howe to replace Tommy Caton. This is only his second first-team appearance this season, Martin Keown. Brought into Mark Paul Walsh there, the little fair-haired fella. Don Howe apparently worried that Caton's relative lack of pace would be exposed by the Quicksilver Walsh. But Keown sticking to his task. Now Sammy Lee. And Johnston and Anderson going together. And the ball retrieved by Ian Allinson. Beglin and Milby. Davis to Nicholas. Threaded through for Quinn. And Nicol saw the danger. But another flash of lightning from Charlie Nicholas. Rush. Beglin. And Davis. Allinson. There really is a sharpness about Arsenal's play that has obviously been lacking in recent weeks. It takes a game against Liverpool to bring out the best. Walsh trying to find Lee. Sansom was in there first. Nicol. Lee. It's Robson beaten. Too many yellow shirts. McMahon to Beglin. Rush. Beaten by Davis. And here's Robson. And the break on. Quinn left and Nicholas right. Wasn't the best of balls, but Charlie did well to get out of Craig Johnson's way there. Nicholas once more. Quinn wanted it, he's opted for Ricks. Now Paul Davis. And Grobbelaar just withdrawing the hand at the last moment as Davis fired in the shot. Goal kick Liverpool. Good build-up Arsenal.
5.
Davis, who's got a fair old goal-scoring record, and Grobbelaar had it well covered. Meanwhile, Ian Rush. Beglin. Good run, but then he lost his footing. Milby. And Lukic to the rescue. They still started calling him Rambo at Anfield. You can see why. Big man, Jan Milby. 6'1" and 14.5 stone. Ricks. Did well. Sansom. Nicholas is everywhere. Beaten this time by Lawrenson. It took 2 of them to beat him on that occasion. Ricks again. And the ball's out. It's for an Arsenal throw. And Robson unable to control it. Milby. And he wanted the free kick, and he got it. Robson holding him back. Beglin. Lee. And it's a goal kick. Play held up while the referee speaks to Ian Rush, who transgressed, possibly said something out of turn. Ricks and Robson trying to get behind the defender. Nicol getting it away. It's out of play for a throw to Liverpool. Robson trying to assert himself. And the throw not awarded. The free kick instead for an overzealous challenge on Steve Nicol. Davis, Quinn, Nicholas, cut out by Hansen. And there's Rush. Keown has gone with him. Sammy Lee, Steve McMahon. And Nicholas won that back well. Ricks, cut out by Hansen. Quinn was hoping for the break. Lawrenson forward. And Walsh and Keown together. And Walsh finding a way to break free, but then not past Kenny Sansom. It's now McMahon for Beglin. It was a poor ball, and Allenson did well to get away with it. And again, fearsome challenge there with Craig Johnson, and the throw is to Liverpool. Quarter of an hour of the match gone. If you've joined us late, you've missed a cracking goal from Charlie Nicholas. It's Arsenal 1, Liverpool 0, and that's the way it's been since the 5th minute. Robson and Lawrenson back to Grobbelaar. Sansom to Ricks. Nicholas. Sansom and Ricks. Holding off Mulby. And then trying to drill it through Lawrenson, but winning a throw. Quinn. Cleared by McMahon. O'Leary beating Rush. It's come to Sansom, and Arsenal quicker to the ball and more assertive. Nicholas against Nicol. Two Scots together, and the one in red winning the throw. Sansom. Ricks. Johnston. Don't think he quite intended it to go there. O'Leary. And Allenson, and Robson's off on a run here, trying to take on Lawrenson. But the Irish defender, the quicker, if only just. Robson becoming more prominent as the game progresses. Keown. Up to Quinn. Held off his marker well there. Allenson aiming for Nicholas. Ricks has gone there to put pressure on Nicol. And the touch off Ricks gives the throw to Liverpool. But not quite that far forward. Sansom did well there. And the top surface beating Charlie Nicholas. Mulby. And Paul Walsh, O'Leary thought about it, then came and was beaten, but the defence was good first time around, but perhaps not this time. Johnston. And the deflection just averting the danger. But Liverpool finding some belief. Steve McMahon. Mulby. Johnston. And now Beglin. Mulby. Not beating Paul Davis. Good play by the Arsenal midfield player. Robson. Allenson. Anderson. And now Davis. Lawrenson away. Allenson. That's a lovely ball to Ricks. Nicol read it. Allenson picked out his man very well. Unfortunately for him, the Liverpool defender saw it coming. You haven't seen him for a while. You'll notice he's got a rather different tint to the hair. Rush against O'Leary. They're beating Big Dave. Quinn against Lawrenson. He's just been mistiming his jumps a little and going up rather too early. But it is only his first game. Now this fella's not by any means in his first game. Ian Rush, beaten by O'Leary, and now worked up through Ricks to Nicholas. Nicol trying to dispossess him. Lawrenson falling over, and that's for Quinn. And again, all manufactured by Charlie Nicholas. Splendid play, taking two defenders out. Lovely teasing cross. Lawrenson going all over the place, Nicol beaten, and Quinn coming in, and Grobbelaar doing well. Somewhere, and then Rush into the north bank, and hoots of derision. Ian Rush, 97 league goals he's managed for Liverpool. The hat-trick today would probably win them the match, but also notch up his century. The way the Arsenal defence has been playing so far, and the way this fella's been playing so far, it might not be a joy day for Liverpool. Kenny Dalglish there through the forest of legs. The Liverpool player-manager in the tracksuit, but he's not among the 12 today. Kevin McDonald at the back there, the substitute. And Ronnie Whelan, you notice too, on the right in the back row. Whelan out of the side, Sammy Lee preferred. And Lee in the number 5 shirt on the ball now. Walsh. Keown has stayed with him wherever he's gone. It's come to Mulby. The deflection has brought about the first corner of the match, midway through the first half. And that corner is to Liverpool, brought about by the big Dane, the great Dane, Jan Mulby. Johnston took it, Beglin has it. And now McMahon. And Nicol to tank one. Can't have been very far away. Steve Nicol steaming in from the deep and letting one loose. And we'll see just how close he came from 25 yards. Oh, it was always going away. Lukic appeared to have the post covered. throw to Arsenal. We should get a good opportunity on RTE to check on the Arsenal form, for we're due to see them in action again next week. A very stiff test for them at Old Trafford against Manchester United. Don Howe, their manager, was saying their run of fixtures over the next couple of weeks up to Christmas and beyond should be sufficient to fire up anybody. Certainly today they have Liverpool, then next week Manchester United. And they follow that with a visit to Watford and a home game against Queen's Park Rangers. And then the local derby on New Year's Day against Tottenham. So a difficult period for Arsenal. A win against Liverpool today would start it off really well. But here's Lee, and here's Lukic. Ball broke kindly for him there. And the support provided by Anderson. 5 Arsenal players in the middle. Wait for the ball to get through. Mark Lawrenson with a timely challenge. Suggesting to his captain Hansen, Alan Hansen, that there's a man free who should be marked. And Stuart Robson with a throw then. Anderson. Paul Davis. Open the angle for the shot. And Grobbelaar split again. Quinn has scored! What about that for a present for Niall Quinn? Paul Davis set himself up for the shot. Grobbelaar got it all wrong, and Niall Quinn said, "Thank you very much." And his very first appearance, the Republic of Ireland Youth International and former All-Ireland minor hurler, makes Bruce Grobbelaar pay dearly. 25 minutes of the match gone. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. And that's the first time he's heard the North Bank roar approval when his name is called out for the goal. What a way to start your first team career. Tony Woodcock missing with a foot injury. In he comes, wears Woodcock's shirt and behaves in just the manner that Woodcock would have in the circumstances. And I wonder how long it'll be before he wears the green for the senior side. "19 years of age. It's a bit Roy of the Rovers, isn't it?" Ricks with the free kick. And that was very nearly a nice touch from Kenny Sansom. And Liverpool in all sorts of bother. And Robson letting fly. Not hitting the target on that occasion, but Arsenal well prepared to try things. They got themselves in a terrible mess, Liverpool there, and Robson on it like a flash to attempt to make them pay. Perhaps more satisfaction might be registered in those faces. Certainly the young lady in the back row there behind the bench seemed more pleased than the Arsenal folk on it. Don Howe in the middle there will not stop shouting until the match ends, no matter what happens. Ricks. Well, I dare say, in deepest downtown Dublin, they're dusting off the headlines for the morning. And there might be more than one newspaper refers to the mighty Quinn. course, forgetting our friends in Terran Europe. Lads, the line is not copyright. You can appreciate the buzz of excitement that's around Highbury now. In the last couple of games here, the Milk Cup tie against Southampton and the league match against Birmingham, the fans haven't seen a goal. They've had two to enthuse over in the first half hour of this game. Almost half an hour gone. And it's Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. And here they go again. Gunners firing at all barrels. Ricks with a cross. Quinn rising. Allinson. And they've won a corner. And applause for the young Irishman from Ian Allinson, who's only in this side because of an enforced change. Quinn there, number 10, in for Tony Woodcock, and Allinson in on the right side because Steve Williams is suspended. David O'Leary offering words of encouragement. Infringement of the box, and Liverpool have the free kick. Well, he used to have the reputation for being an eccentric goalkeeper, but his form in the past couple of seasons has been exceptional. However, as they say, when a goalkeeper makes a mistake, there's no way out. When an outfield player does so, somebody else can cover for you. So Grobbelaar left to Roux as Johnson goes off the chase and makes nothing of that. Arsenal with the goal kick. Quinn fouling Hansen. Acknowledging the explanation of how he got that challenge wrong. All-round sportsman. He didn't only play hurling, played Gaelic football as well. Toured Australia that cold. I think a few tours with this team here as well, I'm sure. The start of promises to be a long and exciting career for Niall Quinn. Here he is again, Stuart Robson. Pass was stuck too firmly. Really much else on for Jim Beglin there. And Lukic with a loud plaintive cry, demanding the ball, which he got. Walsh killed again, sticking close to him. And Ricks to Quinn. We probably felt Nicholas would have run there. And again, as Walsh tried to get going, so too went Martin Keown. No change there for the Liverpool man. The other raw recruit, the Arsenal defence, refusing to give anything away to Paul Walsh. Certainly so far has vindicated his manager's judgment in him as the man to stamp out the danger, extinguish the fire of the little Liverpool striker. Davis, firm header forward. It's now Nicholas against Nicol. Nicol storming through. And Moby. Robson. Interesting that Mulvey's been getting some great write-ups for Liverpool, as they've been going well, and was instrumental in the defeat of Manchester United in the World Cup recently. He got 2 goals, one of them from the penalty spot. Today, Arsenal, Paul Davis in particular, have been snuffing out the danger that he's posed, and Liverpool haven't been functioning anything like as well. It's Arsenal with a marvellous fillip of the goal in the 5th minute. Really believed in themselves throughout this match and are taking some stopping. Quinn trying to get on the end of that, but Hansen happy to see it go through to Grobbelaar. McMahon and Johnston now, and Milby. He did the sensible thing. The area was full, chock full of players. He tried to steer it away from the mob and into the top corner. Lukic would have been beaten by that had it been on target. But he really has had to fight hard to impose himself in this game. Duet that we've seen throughout the game. The red and the yellow, Keown and Walsh always together. Walsh too being tightly marked, and Liverpool having to seek out other options. Hansen now. And to show them how. Johnston. Quinn back to defend as well. O'Leary, Davis. Sensible, take the pressure off from the congested midfield. And the whistle has gone because of something that Craig Johnson said to the referee. And that really was a bit silly, because the ball was back with Lukic. And Johnson, overzealous use of the lip, has given away a free kick on the halfway line. Doesn't matter what you think of the referee, you're as well to keep your opinions to yourself when you're on the field. O'Leary and Quinn. And now Ricks. And the deflection has won the corner. And that was dangerous for Liverpool. Ricks, the little toe poke, deflected away. Grobbelaar can at least see the funny side of it. Ricks will take the corner. O'Leary on the near post. And now Sansom. The ball back, but couldn't keep it in play. 7.5 minutes to half-time. Arsenal 2, Nicholas and Quinn. Liverpool 0. Good intelligent throw to Jim Beglin. The ball just wouldn't run for him. Anderson playing the traffic policeman. Quinn was the object of his instruction. Arsenal have got another throw. Quinn could take up a slightly different station. Yes, directing them again. Successfully this time. Quinn. And that was for Allenson, but wasn't quite accurate enough. Liverpool are still in a hole. They have got a throw-in out of it. Ian Allinson came to Arsenal from Colchester a couple of years ago. Davis and Robson and Nicholas. And Davis again, kept his feet well. Robson, Ricks. And Grobbelaar felt it was worth the dive. Graham Ricks dropped after Everton beat them 6-1 at Goodison. Back today, trying to curl one. And you see why Grobbelaar dived, because he was aware that there was a curl on it and it might have been coming back into goal. It's Graham Ricks, the Arsenal skipper, who was dropped after that debacle at Goodison, and has only got his place back today in a much reshuffled, partly by necessity, Arsenal team. And he's looking like a man who's just come back, really determined to stamp himself from the game and hold on to his place. Well, with the odd rough edge, like that pass. 5 minutes now to half-time. Liverpool trying to snatch something back before the break. Lee's free kick. Quinn, the header away, helped on by Robson. Johnston to Hansen. McMahon. And Nicol to Lee. Nicol. Ricks puts it out. Rush. Mulvey. McMahon. And now Lee. Walsh. This time O'Leary with him. And O'Leary getting the ball away. Liverpool with the corner. McMahon. And a great save by Lukic. Corner pulled back to give Steve McMahon the chance to tank one. And he did so. But Big John Lukic extended himself and got it away. Johnston takes the second corner. Beglin. Perhaps he had an idea what that was about, but the purpose defeats me. Taking the sting right out of the attack. Liverpool now have to try it again. Walsh, no way through. Allinson. And Lawrenson in trouble. Quinn coming storming in. McMahon to Walsh. And again. Good play, now Nicol. Rush in the middle. He got the cross out. Did very well. Allinson doing equally well. The defender's role. And Nicholas. The free kick. Chavez with the fist shaking on the terraces. Two minutes to the break. 2-0 to the Arsenal. And Nicol ever aware, directed the header to Lee. Play by Keown. Robson. Again, Nicholas. Quinn against Lee, the long and the short of it. It's Arsenal who have the throw. Quinn. And Grobbelaar had come and then decided to hang back. Davis going into Mulvey. And now Ricks. Skipped away from that nicely, didn't he? And off Mark Lawrenson. And that's a corner in the final minute of the half to Arsenal. Charlie Nicholas, who began things with a goal in the 5th minute, I'm sure would be delighted to add another in this final minute of the first period of the game. Graham Ricks has gone to the corner flag to take the kick. And the whistle has gone. Now what's happened here? Mark Lawrenson being spoken to, and the referee suggesting that a corner be taken again. Perhaps he hadn't given them the signal. Now he definitely has. What a poor corner after all that, and time for no more. But a resounding cheer from the North Bank, away to our left, signalling the end of the half, in which Arsenal have dominated, Liverpool coming into it towards the end. But Charlie Nicholas with the opening goal in the 5th minute, setting things underway. And then, after 25 minutes, the goal that brought everybody from their seats, Niall Quinn on his debut for Arsenal, making it 2-0, and David O'Leary, I'm sure, delighted. Grobbelaar making a bit of a gift of it, but Quinn not looking that particular gift horse in the mouth. Half-time then at Highbury, it's Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. We'll be right back after this break. 5-4 is the time in London, as it is everywhere else. It's on Greenwich Mean Time at the moment, and that means the second half is about to get underway. The famous landmarks in the Highbury football ground. The referee Dennis Hedges from Oxfordshire preparing to get the second half in motion. Neither side having made a substitution. So it's the same 11 against 11 as operated in the first half. And Nicholas again tormenting Nicol. Well, always to get the same dramatic opening as we did in the first 45-minute period with that goal from Charlie Nicholas before 5 minutes had elapsed. Niall Quinn with an early touch. Nicholas running his way out of trouble. And then Davis doing well, exceptionally well. Quinn. Speculated on the shot, but there wasn't enough power in it. Niall Quinn, whose father was an All-Ireland medal winner, hurling with Tipperary. Very sporting family. I'd say Dad has set a standard that the son is very keen to emulate, albeit in a different sphere. Steve Nicol. Keown cutting it out. Liverpool to throw in a good position. Roby taken away by Sansom and Ricks, and now Quinn. Lovely play. And Ricks trying to get Nicholas going. Grobbelaar in two minds. Hansen with a header, and Quinn coming in on it. And Robson with a shot that should really have done better. That was a good swift Arsenal break, one end to the other. And Quinn won the ball. Robson coming in saying, leave it to me, and then blazing it wide. That could have been free. Mistake by Ricks. Nicol. Nothing in that for Liverpool. Concerned faces. Like McDonald walking with them. Make a bad midfield, would it? The midfield that Liverpool have out there this afternoon, struggling to impose itself. Arsenal really in the best of form. About time too, would say their many fans. Keown again victorious. Now O'Leary. Nicol cutting it out. Very interesting, really, that Liverpool have been going so well. 9 wins out of 10 in their last 10 league matches. Really haven't been allowed to play this afternoon, and that's largely why they've gone behind. Arsenal with Philip with that very early goal. And then just pressing, giving Liverpool no kind of room. This fellow, Keown in particular, on Walsh has been indicative of that. And Liverpool just unable to break free of the shackles. Meanwhile, Robillard makes a mistake. Quinn says thanks a lot. And they're 2 down. And they'll have to go some if they are to claw back that 2-goal deficit. Then you write off Liverpool at your peril. Sammy Lee. Moby. Lawrenson in some trouble. Ricks, you see them hold on to Graham Ricks there. Oh, Ricks thought so. Walsh going in rather high and hard and late on the goalkeeper. And that response was Walsh's reply to the referees, suggesting that he keep his feet down. Quinn with the touch. Robillard with a firm command. Leave it to me. Anderson with another series of suggestions. Getting the ball back. Lawrenson. Straight to Sansom. Now Ricks. Sansom continues the run. Ricks goes for Nicholas. Beglin in command. And a handball against Steve McMahon gives Arsenal the free kick. Sticking plaster on the forehead. Must have picked up a nick. Decided he'd be better off without it. Certainly if it's flapping in his eyes like that, he's right. Mulvey, McMahon and Johnston, Stuart Robertson and Paul Davis in front of them. Ricks to drive it. Robillard, safety at first this time. Allinson running over the ball and Ricks thumping in the free kick. Robillard making sure he held on to it. Now rush against Keown. And again, firm, resolute Arsenal defence. But Rush spotting a mistake and getting in hard. And then Robson clearing it. Uncertainty there. It's leave for Liverpool. Davis. That ball would have stayed in play if Charlie Nicholas had been able to fasten onto it. Clearance by Davis. Not wasting it, not thumping it any old where. Ricks. And now Lee. Chance taken there by Keown. They've yet have to pay for it. A little bit of inexperience showing there, but Arsenal have got men back now. Beglin. Johnston. Falling over Viv Anderson and getting nothing. Just a little bit of uncertainty there from Martin Keown, the defender, giving the ball to Rush, but Arsenal managed to get their men back and protect John Lukic. Only his second first-team appearance, Martin Keown. Beglin. O'Leary beating Walsh. Allenson losing out to Beglin. Tackle by Viv Anderson. Allenson, Charlie Nicholas, an offside flag up against Niall Quinn. And there can't have been much in it. So one thing for Arsenal, that's the first time they've been caught offside in those circumstances in this game with a flowing attack. They really are very disciplined when Liverpool push up. They keep themselves onside. And how many times in recent weeks have we seen teams who've walked straight into an offside trap? Certainly the game at Villa Park the other week, Aston Villa very naive, Tottenham moving up in a line and Villa getting caught offside again and again and again. Well, that isn't happening with Arsenal. They're playing it very intelligently against the square Liverpool back four. And the game is being kept really open. It's Kevin MacDonald, Liverpool's sub. Perhaps the thought that fresh injection of talent might alter things. The crucial midfield area where Liverpool, as we've been saying, have been struggling to impose themselves. But here's Johnston on a run from the deep, and Lukic on a run from his goal line, making sure the danger disappeared. 25 years of age last Wednesday. John Lukic, monster kick, and Hansen unable to take proper control of it with a header. Thrown to Arsenal. Stuart Robson. Cut out there by McMahon. Good play by Mulby. And again from Lee. Mulby to Walsh in this near side. Returning Keown. The shot not anything like as good as he intended it to be, but for once he managed to break away from Keown and get the shot in. Just getting him wrong-footed, getting the half-yard start on him, and able to flash in the shot, but forced by David O'Leary it was to shoot rather more sharply than he had intended to, and the shot misdirected. Robson here. Allenson. And on that occasion it was Charlie Nicholas who was wrong-footed. Niall Quinn. Maybe. Lee. Keown against Rush. Clearance from Sansom. Hansen. Quinn forcing him back. And Lee in some trouble. Arsenal really are very tenacious today. Powered by Keown and Rush. Clearly no respecter of reputations. McMahon to Lee. Nicol. Lawrenson. Rush and Lawrenson again. And Lukic bravely out. Good goalkeeping by the big man. And a good run by Mark Lawrenson to set it up. Scored a couple of goals this season already. And the 1-2 well played with Ian Rush, but watch the keeper off his line like a flash when he saw the danger coming, spread himself well. Good save. McMahon. And O'Leary at the back. Robson. Quinn against Lawrenson. Was an innocuous enough looking challenge, both men with their heads in the air. The referee deciding a foul was intended. Quinn again with Lawrenson there. Now Lee. Walsh to Lee. Nicol. Nicol once more. It was O'Leary who cut it out in the end. But interesting that the danger stemmed from the fullback who'd come up to join the attack. Arsenal really have been so well marshalled at the back that it needed the extra man from the back to put the pressure on. Craig Johnson, in went Keown, and that's a corner. And Kevin MacDonald ready to join the fray. After an hour. Lee with the corner. And Lee again. Johnson. Allinson went in there, and Lukic seemed to be pushed. But Arsenal getting it away somehow or other. But when Lukic went up for that, and David O'Leary just telling him perhaps it would have been better advised to fist it away instead of attempting to catch it with all the pressure around him. And then cleared in the end by O'Leary. And Hansen opting for safety. Offside against Paul Walsh, and that will give Liverpool the opportunity to bring Kevin MacDonald into the action. And they're taking off Sammy Lee. And Lee, who was preferred in the last couple of games to Ronnie Whelan, struggling to make an impact in this one. So Roy Evans just giving the instructions there as Lee departs, and Kevin MacDonald comes on. He played the last couple of games himself, MacDonald. Place of Steve McMahon. And McMahon returning today. And MacDonald, for the 7th time this season, being sent on as a substitute. We're getting an early touch. And that, of course, would mean a little realignment of the Liverpool midfield forces. MacDonald operating on the far flank, Liverpool's left. Craig Johnson pushing into where Sammy Lee was. And Steve McMahon holding the anchor role in the middle. Very poor clearance going straight to Graham Ricks. Jim Beglin. Quinn is in again. And Johnson having to put the ball out in the corner. Well, he might be shaking his head, but he's certainly given them plenty to think about. Ricks latching onto that mistake by Beglin. And Johnson had to be very sharp to get in to thump the ball away and give Arsenal the corner. Allinson with it. And Beglin again knocking the ball straight to an Arsenal player. Allinson. Anderson. Viv Anderson had stayed up after the corner and got the header in. but it wasn't quite properly directed. Allinson curling the cross. Anderson getting away from his marker, but it was really quite well wide. That was off an Arsenal boot. Liverpool have a corner. Viv Anderson making the 100-yard trot up to the other end. And onto the marking job. Ian Rush. McDonald. And Lukic putting it over the top. Another corner. Taking no chances, taking David O'Leary's advice. A baby faced, but he was 25 years of age last Wednesday, John Lukic. Johnston with a corner. And Anderson completing the clearance. McDonald. Charlie Nicholas an unmerciful belt, and Rush is all right. And he's missed it. Ian Rush has missed virtually an open goal. While Arsenal's minds seem to be on the fact that Charlie Nicholas had been thumped by Kevin MacDonald, the ball was worked back into the middle. Rush was onside, and he really should have buried that, and normally would. So Rush misses, and the other number 9, Charlie Nicholas, can receive some attention. Well, Ian Rush really must be wondering how on earth he missed that. Nicholas taking an unmerciful clatter from Kevin MacDonald. Must have been a very close run thing about offside in that Arsenal box, but Rush, the good finisher that he is, shoots first and asks questions afterwards. We've gone 20 minutes into the second half. 65 minutes of the match gone. It's Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. Charlie Nicholas after 5 minutes. Niall Quinn after 25. Yes, Niall Quinn, the debut boy, may well be back in the reserves when Tony Woodcock is fit again. Ball breaking to Johnston. And Rush this time. Lukic perfectly positioned. He's had no success so far. Niall Quinn, 18 goals in 18 football combination games for Arsenal reserves. Let's just see what Ian Rush might have done with that. Nothing. No options really for him. Lukic had the goal well covered. But Quinn, with marvellous scoring form in the reserves, has continued it into the first team. But at only 19 and an England international ahead of him, may well have to content himself with the spell in the reserves for a while longer. However, his career is just beginning. Tony Woodcock's is certainly nearer its conclusion than its beginning. We'll see 30 again. Quinn looks a fine prospect. O'Leary in firmly. Allinson and O'Leary continue the run. A player with similar style and similarly long legs, Alan Hansen, just getting there before him. Keown saw that danger coming. He's had a fine game, Martin Keown. And now Quinn being held surely by Mark Lawrenson. And I think that is the height of nonsense from Mark Lawrenson to turn around and appeal that decision. A player of his experience up against the debut boy, there was surely a better way than that to try and stop him. And that's certainly the kind of foul that this observer hates seeing. What they call the professional foul. It's so unprofessional. One team's on the attack, you can't stop them by fair means, so you indulge in foul means. Get everybody of your own side back, and the attacking side has lost whatever advantage it had on the break. And interesting that Lawrenson's respect for Quinn was so great that he had to pull him back. Ricks with a free kick. And Liverpool with a goal kick. Yes, fine player and all that Mark Lawrenson is, he had to give away that free kick. Or felt he had to. Let's be accurate. Because of the danger he felt that Niall Quinn was going to pose. And that is a fine tribute to the young dub, even if a rather backhanded compliment. Robson. Davis. And now Allenson. Nicholas unable to keep his feet. Davis in hard. And McDonald, now Mulvey. A fine tackle by Stuart Robson. Equally fine tackle by Steve McMahon. Well, we really are seeing all the various facets of football's diamond this afternoon. Fine finishing. Some really strong midfield play. Good defence by Arsenal. And good tackling too. And we've had the play held up for the moment because the linesman has a word or two to say to the referee about something that clearly he saw and the referee didn't. So this is where we indulge in our own variation of Trivial Pursuit. Just what are they discussing? Your guess is as good as anyone's in this stadium. What has come out of all that is talking to for Jim Beglin. Clearly something happened off the ball, because the ball is going to have to be brought to that point, 15 yards inside the Liverpool half. So it appears. Anyway, we can get on with it. Not quite 15 yards inside the Liverpool half. No matter, Arsenal still in the free kick. This time it's Keown penalised, and his presence in the side. Tommy Caton dropped because of fears about his pace. Makes one wonder whether Tommy Caton, a bright prospect as a youngster, and now finding himself dropped to let a 19-year-old youth international in to do a quicker marking job. Tommy Caton's position in the Arsenal team looking less than secure at this moment. Kevin McDonald. Sanson climbing well. Throw to Liverpool. 20 minutes to go. 2-0 to the Arsenal. Sanson this time giving away the corner. Taking on the Arsenal captaincy. He did when Graham Rix was dropped after the Everton game. Craig Johnson with a corner. And Lukic less than secure. But with a little help from a friend by the name of Niall Quinn, the ball was cleared. Whatever hopes Liverpool had of displacing Manchester United at the top of the table this afternoon, given the right combination of results, would appear to be receding. For United are leading by 2-1. And Liverpool here losing 2-0, so the gap at the top could stretch to 5 points again. Maybe United are back on the rails. Stuart Robson. Anderson and Charlie Nicholas, who after that explosive start to the game has quietened down somewhat, but it certainly set Arsenal off on the right foot. Here's O'Leary. Anderson. Allenson. And the 1-2 played with Nicholas. And Lawrenson with the header out to Johnston. Rush Keown is with him. Keown sold himself there. Clumsy tackle, giving away the free kick. But well, he's spoken to by the referee. And I'd also like to reflect that he shouldn't have committed himself to the tackle quite like that, because had Rush managed to elude that tackle, he could have been away and scored. A little bit of an experience there on the part of Martin Keown. Nichols' free kick. Kevin MacDonald. McMahon. Beglin. Johnston. And Nicholl. And MacDonald cleared by O'Leary. Too tall for Rush. Maybe. Into the custody of the Metropolitan Police on the terracing behind John Lukic's goal. No threat to the Arsenal keeper. The view from on top of the clock, which now tells us that there are just over 15 minutes remaining in this match, and Arsenal still leading by those two first-half goals to nil. Quinn beating Hansen, Beglin clearing. And now Ricks. Worth reiterating that Liverpool's championships have been won with the help of points garnered late in games when they appeared to be beaten and came back to confound the odds. Liverpool, the one team who were never, ever, ever beaten until the very last whistle. Just noting that Martin Hayes is warming up on the touchline, the Arsenal substitute, a winger. Perhaps Donheim might be feeling the fresh pair of legs at this late stage would help the cause. It's now Walsh. And Lukic coming all the way to save the corner. Lovely header on by Quinn. Hansen was watching Nicholas. There were plenty of sides to Niall Quinn's game, and that was a beautiful piece of heading that set up Charlie Nicholas, almost set up Charlie Nicholas. Now Allinson, lovely compact player. He was fouled by Beglin, but advantage has been played. Not Beglin, but MacDonald. Beglin taken out of the play there by a good pass. And then MacDonald hustling in, and once more. But Arsenal looking slightly more lively and keeping the ball. Lay off on the chest of Nicholas. And Anderson sweeping it to Ricks, beautifully switching the point of the attack. But Ricks struggling to find his touch. O'Leary. Lawrence beating him. Now Johnston. O'Leary back to cover. A little bit of how's your father, down went Johnston. Liverpool of a free kick. And the normally mild-mannered Mr. O'Leary being told to watch his step. Nicholl with a free kick. And Quinn getting it away. And again. Nicholas. And Arsenal in this final quarter hour become noticeably more withdrawn. And now they've swept forward. Nicholl. Lovely ball to MacDonald. And again, Charlie Nicholas, who's indulging in a bit of practice of the chest strap. Offside. And Arsenal, again, one of the rare occasions, caught offside. We hear now from Villa Park, Birmingham, that Manchester United have gone further ahead. Mark Hughes making it 3-1. Liverpool still struggling to get back in touch in this game. Nicol. Arsenal saved by the woodwork. As if they'd heard the news from Villa Park, they finally found a shot worthy of the name. Steve Nicol thumping that one, which had Lukic beaten. Forced across by Mölby, curling away and off the upright. But it remains 2-0 here, and just to repeat that other piece of news, Aston Villa 1, Manchester United 3. Mark Hughes the scorer. And lest you'd forgotten, I missed it earlier, it's the meeting of Manchester United and Arsenal at Old Trafford. That is our live match on Sports Stadium next Saturday. Two teams in form. Ricks to Quinn. Oh, what a dreadful challenge by Steve Nicol. That really was appalling. All over Niall Quinn, and the blood is pouring from his face. That was absolutely atrocious. You stand reprimanded, Steve Nicol. There was absolutely no need for that. And the poor lad scarcely knows where he is. Here it is again. Now let's just watch this, and if this is association football, then I'm a kangaroo. Thankfully, Niall Quinn is back on his feet. But no thanks to Steve Nicol. Well, maybe it's no worse than a fat lip, but it was still uncalled for. So Quinn in the blood-red shirt. Appreciates he wasn't in quite the right place. Saturday, December the 14th, 1985 is certainly a day that he will never forget. And Liverpool are offside. You might care to reflect that Mark Lawrenson indulged in a little bit of foul play, and then Nicol did likewise, both on Niall Quinn. To repeat the point, in the worst possible way, they are affording him the respect that they reserve for the kind of player who poses a serious threat. Quinn against Lawrenson. And Nicol again pushing Quinn. And to use the vernacular, I would suggest that Steve Nicol has lost the run of himself. And he's going to get himself either booked or sent off here. And this is really silly, to say no more, the part of the Scottish international fullback. He was in the wrong twice. He questioned the second referee's decision and wasn't content to leave it at an eyeball to eyeball, but threw in the choice turn of phrase as well, and for that Steve Nicol has been booked. And if I was his manager, I'd fine him a week's wages, because that really is silly. Game that hasn't been bad-tempered at all, but the fullback gives away the free kick. It'll have to be taken again, I should think, because Liverpool encroached. I think that was get back, the referee said. Perhaps the redness of the henna shampoo that is favoured by Mr. Nicol at this point in his life has worked its way through to his temper as well. Anyway, the free kick has been awarded. Maybe Arsenal will make them pay. Allinson. Not like that, they won't. Six and a half minutes to go. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 0. Sanson just got in ahead of rush. Roby. And the inevitable booze for Steve Nicol. And that's for McDonald. And Rush just wasn't far enough forward. Kevin McDonald, 2 goals already this season, felt he should have made more of that. Opted to pull it back across the face of the goal. But it ended up neither flesh nor foul. Walsh. And again, Robson snapping at him. Tigerish midfielder Stuart Robson, just overstepping the mark there. Nicol. And Paul Davis putting it out for the corner. 5 minutes to go. The police presence on the running track. Inevitable at this point. That's how you know precisely how long there is to go. And the constabulary take up station around the pitch to prevent the invasion. And Liverpool know they've only 5 minutes to break down Arsenal. But it's beginning to look more and more inevitable that their first defeat in 15 matches is on its way. You have to go back to the 5th of October for a Liverpool defeat. It was the day they lost by 2-1, and that defeat was also in London at the home of Queen's Park Rangers, where we were last week. That's one of only 2 defeats they've suffered this season. The other was 1-0 away to Newcastle on the 2nd Saturday of the season. Nicol sending it in and making nothing of it. Yes, London teams have had a decent enough season against Liverpool. The last points they dropped were in the 1-1 home draw to Chelsea a fortnight ago. It would appear that what has been a happy hunting ground for them here at Highbury, 2 wins in their last 3 league visits, is about to become less so. Quinn got the touch. Liverpool have got the goal kick. That Rice you see there, the blue at the back, the spectacles, former Arsenal and Northern Ireland fullback, back at the club on the coaching staff. After a spell at Watford. And the faces have become somewhat more glum. Ronnie Moran calling the shots. Kenny Dalglish content to look on. Bob Paisley is here, of course. Well, his seat is in the director's box. Chorus of whistles. Still got 2 minutes to play. Maybe more magic from Niall Quinn. Lawrence had beaten him there. I think tired legs might have got the better of him. Your first division match. He's going to be a bit more highly paced than what you're used to in the football combination. And he's stuck it well, Niall Quinn, even if he's beginning to feel the effects now. Still got a nice touch on that header. And Liverpool forced backwards. Ricks. Charlie Nicholas. And Ricks again. And under instruction from just about every teammate, played it to Anderson, and he's going to go all the way back. Into the final minute then. 2-0 to the Arsenal. And in fact, the referee has ended it 46 seconds early. But they won't mind at all, because Arsenal have won this match in fine style. A convincing victory, Liverpool's first defeat in 15 games, begun with a goal by Charlie Nicholas, a flashing shot in the 5th minute, and continued 20 minutes after that with the debut goal for Niall Quinn from Dublin. Bruce Grobbelaar spilling a fearsome shot, and Quinn there to pick up the pieces, to bury the shot, and to make it 2-0 on his debut. Congratulations from the other goal scorer. The picture of contentment, the two of them. Arsenal have beaten Liverpool by 2-0. Interesting fact about this